So I just had my 36-week OB appointment and everything went really well. They did a GBS swab, but did not offer a cervical check, which I was expecting. As you can see, we now have the car seat in the car, and I feel like we kind of waited till the last minute to get everything set up, but we literally are ready now. Like everything has shipped, everything has arrived, everything is put together, and literally if baby girl was to make her appearance, we would be ready for her today. I was kind of shocked by the number on the scale today. I was 190 pounds, and that means that I've gained like 40 to 45 pounds in pregnancy, which is kind of crazy, but I still feel pretty good overall, and I feel like I've done a moderate job of not gaining so much weight, but also not being like too careful about what I'm eating. Once I hit 35 weeks of pregnancy, absolutely everything changed. My energy started becoming drained so quickly. I started getting tons of swelling in my feet, which was not normal for me. Like usually I don't get a lot of swelling like that in my feet. I've also seen stars a little bit. And so I did talk to my doctor about that today at the 36-week appointment, and they're gonna send some pre-E labs just to make sure there's nothing else going on. The good thing is that I haven't had any high blood pressures at all, and that's something that they look for with preeclampsia. But while we're on the topic, let's talk about preeclampsia really quick, because this is something that can be really serious in pregnancy, and every pregnant woman should know the signs and symptoms so that you can talk to your doctor about them if you're experiencing any of these symptoms. So as you probably have noticed, when you go to the doctor's office, they're going to ask you, have you had any headache? Have you had any vision changes? Are you having any pain in your upper ribs? It's right upper quadrant pain that usually is a sign of preeclampsia. Sometimes rapid swelling like in your feet and hands can be a sign as well, but that just like really happens in pregnancy to a lot of women, and so that does not mean that you have preeclampsia. And then high blood pressures. So usually they'll take your blood pressure every single time that you go into the clinic for an OB appointment. But if you have the ability to, you can take one at home too, and any elevated blood pressure could be a sign that you might be developing preeclampsia as well. The number that you want to look out for is 140/90. So anything 140/90 or above is an elevated blood pressure. And if you have two blood pressures 4 hours apart that are over either of those numbers, the 140 or the 90, then they'll diagnose you with preeclampsia, and they'll do labs. They'll look at your urine to see if there's protein in your urine and just kind of make sure that nothing else is going on. Luckily for me, I have not had any elevated blood pressures at all. All of my blood pressures have been in the 120s over 70s or 80s, so that's really good. I need to do my preeclampsia labs. They actually put in for them maybe like a week ago. I just haven't been into the lab to actually have them drawn. At the 36-week appointment, they also did doptones on baby, and her heart rate was like consistently in the 120s. They ended up calling it 127. They did a quick ultrasound, so we didn't really look at baby a ton or anything like that. We just wanted to confirm that baby is still head down, because the last ultrasound we did was at 33 weeks, so that was like 3 weeks ago. I've been having so much heartburn. It's absolutely insane. And so I talked to my doctor about that, and she's going to prescribe something that I can start taking for heartburn when it gets really bad, because I've had it for a while, but I've kind of just been dealing with it, and now it's getting to the point where it just like bothers me so much that I just want to be able to take something if I need it. The good thing about 36 weeks is that baby is fully developed. So literally, like if I went into labor today, if my water broke, I would feel pretty comfortable knowing that she's gonna be absolutely fine, especially like going into labor on my own And like if contractions started and stuff like that, usually the outcomes are really, really good starting at 36 weeks and 0 days. So she could literally come anytime between now and like 41 weeks. We are hoping that she waits like 3 more weeks to make her appearance because we really want an April birthday, but we'll see if she feels the same way, because babies come when they're ready and when they want to come, and they know when the right time is to come. And so we'll see. I'm just kind of like waiting and counting down until she decides to make her appearance. I'm also getting ready for my maternity shoot. We waited kind of till the last minute because I wanted my belly to be like pretty big for my maternity shoot. And so yeah, I don't really recommend that, just in case if you do go into labor at 36 or 37 weeks, like you don't want to miss your maternity shoot. So we are doing the shoot on Saturday, and a couple days ago we went and I was trying on like tons and tons of jeans and little crop tops, because I'm going for like a crop top slash like open jeans look, and we're doing like a studio photography session with like pink flowers so I can hold those up to my top. Originally I was gonna do like no top and flowers, and I might do like a couple photos like that, but ultimately I think I'll be wearing a hot pink crop top is what I found, and some really loose baggy jeans. It looks so cute. So we went to the mall and we were trying all that stuff on, and I tried on so many pairs of jeans. I ended up looking at my pre-pregnancy size, and then what I did is I just sized up by 2. That way like the jeans will actually button up and zip up postpartum. But I did way too much trying that stuff on, and I started getting like a little bit dizzy, a little bit nauseous, and just like so out of breath. And I was feeling contractions coming on, and I knew that I had just done too much and not drank enough water either. Like I had only had 1 glass of water, and I knew that was not nearly enough compared to what I usually drink. And so the contractions started, and I ended up having contractions for like 5 hours. They were pretty close together. I would definitely recommend that you be seen if you're having contractions, even for like 2 to 3 hours, especially if they're like 3 minutes apart like mine were. But I'm a labor nurse, and I knew that, one, I had just done too much, that I hadn't drank enough water, and I knew that once I got home and put my feet up and drank a bunch of water, that they were gonna go away. But I was like, did I put myself into early labor? Because these are real contractions. And that was like the first time that I had actually felt real contractions that were kind of like getting stronger. And ultimately they ended up going away at like 10 o'clock at night. But I was like, okay, this is what contractions feel like. So yeah, I told my OB that happened, and she was like, be a good patient and next time come in and be checked, because she's like, there could be something else going on, like maybe you have a UTI with no symptoms, or some kind of, infection going on or whatever that's causing contractions that can cause preterm labor. And when you're having contractions that are that close together that are not going away, it can cause cervical change, and you should really come in and be checked. And I'm like, I know, but I'm not going to come into my own work and get checked. I would have if it like would have continued to go on, but I feel like, I wanted to just try drinking a bunch of water and resting, and I figured like I could just check my own cervix if I was that worried. Oh, and that same day too, I had started to collect colostrum. And so I took a warm shower and, did my massage, and I was self-expressing a little bit. I actually put the pump on too for like 10 minutes just for stimulation, because I want to start collecting colostrum for her. But I think that was just like too much, because when you start pumping and collecting colostrum, that can actually start contractions and put you into labor as well. And so that's why they do not recommend you starting to collect colostrum until you're at least 36 weeks. Because I want to stay pregnant for at least like 3 more weeks. I think that I'm not gonna collect colostrum on days where I have a lot going on, because I feel like just the stimulation, because you know nipple stimulation can cause contractions. Not drinking enough water can cause contractions. And then when I'm really physical and kind of like pushing my body a little too hard, that usually causes contractions as well. And then I know to like sit down and rest. And usually when I rest, every time when I rest, the contractions go away. So that's something to know too, is if you drink a bunch of water, you rest, you put your feet up, and your contractions are still not going away, that might be a reason to go into labor and delivery and just get checked, because something else might be going on while your contractions are not stopping. I do want to put a disclaimer in here too, that nothing that I'm saying is medical advice. I am not giving you medical advice whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. Definitely, if you have any concerns, you need to go to your OB and your doctor's office and get everything worked out with your doctor. So I am not giving you medical advice at all, and I am not attempting to influence you or the way you make decisions in any way. I'm just like simply sharing my experience. That's all. Baby is now 6 pounds and 18 inches long, according to the app. 3 weeks ago at my ultrasound, she was measuring 44th percentile, and she was around 5 pounds. That was the last ultrasound, so we actually won't be doing another one up until delivery. We'll just be making sure that she is still head down, and we'll just go with the fact that she's around like 50th percentile, which is absolutely perfect, right there smack dab in the middle, like exactly where you want to be. I've heard a lot of girls say that at their 36-week appointment, their OB checked their cervix just to see where they were at, and that was not the case at my appointment. My OB didn't even offer to check my cervix, and she said that the next time she'll see me is at 38 weeks, and at that point, that's when they'll do the cervical check. But this 36-week appointment was basically just to get doptones, to also make sure that baby was head down on ultrasound, to do a GBS swab, and then to check for any symptoms like preeclampsia and stuff like that, to send any labs, and they're kind of just like getting everything ready for delivery. So next appointment is going to be at 38 weeks, and we'll do a cervical check. We'll see where I'm at, and yeah, hopefully we're still pregnant at 38 weeks. So that is my little 36-week update. Make sure you guys are drinking tons and tons of water, resting, don't push yourself too hard physically, look out for those preeclampsia symptoms. Make sure you talk to your OB if you're having anything like that going on, so that they can at least send labs and be tracking. And yeah, let's enjoy the last couple weeks of our pregnancy. I can't believe that I'm literally gonna be having a baby here in probably 3 to 4 weeks. That is absolutely crazy. One of my friends who's 3 weeks ahead of me just had her baby, and she texted me and was like, I delivered. And I got like full body chills and started tearing up a little bit, because we've gone through our whole pregnancy together, and I'm just like, wow, her baby is here. Like, she delivered. That is so crazy to me that her baby has arrived, and that's gonna be me and my husband very, very soon. So we're so excited, and hopefully this is not the last update. I'll try to do a 37-week update as well, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.